This morning we catch up with one of Hollywood's most familiar faces and respected talents, who's best known for making us laugh, but Ben Stiller's latest project is far more personal than anything he's done before. It's a documentary about his parents, comedy legends Jerry Stiller and Ann Mira. I had the pleasure of speaking to Ben about Stiller and Mira. Nothing is lost.
Your dad documented everything.
Letters, movies, tapes.
G'day Ben, lovely to see you again, sir. How you doing?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay, thank you. Mate, congratulations, this is awesome. You must be very proud, not only of your family, of course, but of yourself for making this incredible project.
You know, I'm happy that that the movie exists, and it's been sort of like no other project I've ever worked on, because it's obviously so personal. And when I started making it, I wasn't even really thinking about what the end result would be in terms of putting it out in the world. It was just something that, you know, I really wanted to have exist. Yeah, it's wonderful to be finished with it after all these years, but it's also kind of sad too, because I've enjoyed the process of, you know, kind of finding all these things about my folks, and really, you know, being able to delve into that. And there's so much more that I thought about the other day. I was like, oh, wait, I could put that in. It's like, no, we're finished.
I see Dad working so hard and Mom just letting it flow.
When you tell it, it's not funny, and if I tell it, it becomes funny.
Ouch.
Tell me about that moment when you decided, okay, I'm going to do this thing.
It was pretty much right after my dad passed away in 2020. And I knew that this apartment that we had grown up in and my parents had lived in there for our whole lives, my sister and I would be, they were leaving it to my sister. I knew she was going to sell the apartment. So it was really just wanting to document the apartment. And it was obviously very sad too, because it was a place we lived for so long. So almost like I just got to capture this because I want to remember it. And then of course, you know, then it evolved from there.
And suddenly, you're the custodian of all your dad's stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff, I know. It's overwhelming, you know. I think anybody can probably identify with that. If there is a lot of stuff from your parents and they're gone, and there's that sort of push-pull where you want to delve in, but then it's also very emotional when you start to go into these, you know, these relics from the past. And so I felt that push-pull really throughout the making of the movie.
My mom wanted to be happy, independent of performing. This was harder for my dad because he had such a need for approval.
When did you first realize, do you think, as a kid growing up, that your parents were, you know, a bit different and something special?
It's an interesting question, because I don't know if I ever really thought that as a kid. I just felt like we were living the life that we were living, and I knew that people recognized my parents. And you know, honestly, as a kid, when you have that with a parent who's recognizable, it takes their energy away from the kids. You know, there's no way to avoid that when someone comes up and asks for a picture or talks to them on the street. So as a kid, you're not thinking, oh, how special this is. You're thinking like, hey, I want my parents to pay attention to me. And I experienced that with my kids too. You know, my parents were very down to earth, and it was a different time, you know, in terms of show business and all of it. It all felt a lot more, I don't know, it was less global, and, you know, there was no social media, and it wasn't like the time when all of a sudden like something would be on the internet and everybody knew it. So it was kind of just our lives.
The people of Australia would kill me, Ben, if I didn't ask you how Focker-in-law is coming along.
It's going fucking well.
Well, thank God for that. Thank you, sir. All the best.
Thank you. Good talking to you.
They have this incredible marriage, and I wanted to understand how they did it.
Whatever you say, I'll hear you forever. You'll never be lost.